first before I actually say anything properly. Right, so it does that. So let me just put this on here. There you go. Yo, what's going on, guys? This boy Kali SCG back again with another video, and sorry if I sound a bit rough. I literally just woke up about 5-10 minutes ago. So today's going to be a bit of a different video. I kind of wanted to go over my history with the Sonic franchise, just because I think, you know, considering I'm a massive Sonic fan, and I think pretty much everybody knows that, I think that it's about that time that I do like a little retrospective from my point of view with the franchise, and how it's kind of impacted me from the day I started to be a fan to this point, because I know this isn't like a new topic, but you know, a lot of people have done it before, but I haven't given my take on it, I don't think. So yeah, let's just get into it. I'd brutally honest, I think it all started before I was born, if I'm honest. Just to give a bit of brief history, Sonic the Hedgehog debuted in 1991 on the Sega Mega Drive, or the Sega Genesis for Americans. As I say, June 23rd, 1991, with the hit game Sonic the Hedgehog. It was probably the best-selling video game on the Sega Mega Drive. Then obviously we got Sonic CD, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and those were even bigger. Obviously I'm not going to say, ooh, Sonic had a rough transition to 3D, because that's pretty much dead at this point. Like, and there's no point in me saying that, because if I really think about it, there's not been one truly bad Sonic game. Except Sonic Boom, of course, that game was trash. But yes, at the end of the day, I don't think there's been a bad Sonic game, fully. Like, there's always been good qualities in a Sonic game. But yeah, as I said, I think it all started before I was born. As I didn't know this at the time, but my mom, obviously, she knew she was having a boy and everything. And as all parents do, they start to get things ready for when the baby does arrive. Now, I think she told me that I think it was she found this 1992 Sonic the Hedgehog plushie in a charity shop, and it was a promotional thing for Sonic 2. Like, I later found out, like years later, that there's actually a Tails plush, and they're a duo sort of thing. So that's it. It was pretty cool to find that out. But yeah, it all started then, and like she got the Happy Meal promotions when they came out as well. And coincidentally, again, this was all really good timing in my opinion, because again, the Happy Meal promotions that were coming out at the time was Sonic the Hedgehog. I think Sonic was really on top of the world in, I'd say, like 90s and like early to mid 2000s. Because literally you could not go anywhere without seeing Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, there was, as I say, there was the Sonic X Happy Meal promotion. There was also the Sega games promotion. So like that obviously had a load of Sega games, but it was mainly Sonic, the wave that came out before I was born. So it was like the sports one. So do you know, if you guys know the Pakistani Happy Meal adverts with like shadow basketball and stuff like that, it was that line of toys that came out at the time. So obviously my mom got those. She got 3 of them. So there was a wave before where it was just based off like Sonic games, and then there was a sports series. So I had the Knuckles football and the Sonic Racing one. And I also had from the game series, I also had the Sonic, like the classic Sonic one, when you had to jump over certain obstacles to get to Eggman. Or Robotnik, should I say? Because I correct everybody else on that. I'll correct myself. I don't mind that. So yeah, and obviously I grew up with those toys. So me not really knowing who this character was, kind of, obviously it didn't really affect because I was a kid and I was like, oh, this is something. This is an item. Let me play with it, please. So obviously I didn't know too much about the character. I didn't know the character. Again, I was just a baby, so, you know. Then I'd say round about when I was, you know, when I got out of my Thomas the Tank Engine and Bob the Builder phase, I started to watch things after school. Now, obviously, you know, a brief history on me. Obviously, my dad walked, and my mom has been a single parent ever since. She, obviously, when she needed to do work in, like, the kitchen or all that, because she did spend most of the time in the kitchen, like, and we can all agree that was our favourite place, because, you know, you could sit there comfortably and you could watch the TV, and you could also, like, do other things, because the table's there, so, our house was great, by the way. So, like, after school, obviously, like any other kid, I'd get home and I'd watch cartoons, I'd watch TV. And I distinctly remember the first cartoon of Sonic I watched was Sonic X on Jetix. Now, if anybody doesn't remember that was basically where all the localized anime was. So, like, you'd have Yu-Gi-Oh!, you'd have Pokemon, you'd have Digimon a couple of times, Dinosaur King, and you'd have, like, so it'd basically be imported things that got Americanized. Because I remember you'd have Japanese, like, you'd have Power Rangers as well, which isn't an anime, obviously, but it was reinvented for the American audience when it came out. So yeah, I used to watch that quite a bit, and obviously if we're going localized anime and everything, sorry, oh man, sorry about that. If we're going localized anime and everything, Sonic X was like a big localized anime, and because it was really good as well. So you know, I remember watching that on Jetix and thinking, you know, who's this character? Hey, he looks like the teddy that I have. And so I'd watch it, and I remember thinking, wow, this guy is like so cool. Like, this guy, he's fast. He's my favorite color. His shoes are cool. Like, this guy is like, wow. And I remember watching it religiously as a kid. I'd say, yeah, I watched it religiously, and then they cancelled Sonic X on Jetix, and I remember the final episode that I watched, I think it was the Meta X saga, and I think it was the one where, it was like, I think it was the third to last episode as well, because Sonic basically got sucked into, Sonic got captured by the Meta X, and he got dropped into that water bit, where he was imprisoned. That was the final episode, and it killed me, because I was like, oh my god, this Sonic survival, whatnot. So obviously that got cancelled. I didn't find out the ending to that until, like, YouTube in, like, I'd like to say 2011, maybe. But, yeah, so, like, I'd watch that, and obviously when that got cancelled, I'd go over to, I think it was Pop, Tiny Pop, or was it just, I think it was Pop. It was a UK, based, TV program. TV channel, should I say? I don't know if America had it. I think they did, maybe. I could be wrong on that one, but I think it's free. But anyways, I'd watch Pop because it had some cool cartoons on there, and to my surprise, I find out that there's another Sonic cartoon, and again, I was absolutely shocked. So I'd watch that. Religiously again, and that it was the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, which I still hold in high regards. People say it's rubbish. I hold that in high regards. I still watch it to this day, just because it's so nostalgic to me, and it reminds. Basically, this is gonna sound weird, but it always gave me a nice feeling, because before then, I didn't play Sonic games. Like, even when Sonic X came out, I didn't realise that there were two different looking versions of Sonic. So obviously, there's the modern Sonic and there's the classic Sonic, which was in the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. I didn't realise Tails had two different looks as well. As I say, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, he was a brown fox, and then in Sonic X, he was the yellow fox that obviously we all know today. So that was pretty cool to find out. And then I think later on, because I loved it so much, my mom got me this plug and play console. So it wasn't like an official console, but it was kind of like, if you don't know what a plug and play console is, it's basically you've got two wires and it runs on batteries, and all you've got to do really is plug it into the TV and it works. Obviously, as long as batteries last. It was like the second version of it, because there was the first one with Sonic 1 on it. I got the one with Sonic 2, and I think it had Columns, Alex Kidd, Echo the Dolphin, Game Ground, and the Ooze, because it was 6 on each console. So obviously, but the main one that I didn't know was Sonic the Hedgehog 2, because I got it, and I was like, oh my god, this is the guy I've been watching on TV for so long. Oh Jesus. So obviously I played that religiously, and it was so amazing to kind of feel that speed that I had been watching on the TV for so long. And that feeling was just great. And it always gave me, as I say, I don't know why Sonic 2 always gave me the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog vibes. Just because it was, well, it was Sonic and Tails. And it was Sonic and Tails going up against Robotnik. And every so often, like in Aquatic Ruin Zone, you'd see Grounder from Sonic, from the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. And it was like, wow, this feels like a great game. I love this game, I love this franchise. And obviously, over time, the game collection built up, the action figures built up, and at that point I discovered, I think it was the Sega Dreamcast collection, I think it was, but before that, I just got my Xbox 360, I think it was in 2008, possibly, yeah, was it 2008, yeah. And my first Sonic game for that, believe it or not, was Sonic 06. That was my first Xbox 360 title. And, right, I still get hate to this day on it. I don't hate Sonic 06. I love it. Like, again, I grew up with it. It was my first Xbox 360 game. So, theoretically, it was my first 3D Sonic game. I think it was. Maybe. Probably, it was my first 3D, proper 3D Sonic game. And I remember I used to love how it looked, and the music was great. The controls on the Mach Speed sections, though, you know, could be desired a bit, but, you know, we still got on with it. And I remember I couldn't beat that first level for like a year. So along with that, I got the Sega Mega Drive collection, which, you know, it was cool because it had all the Sonic games on, but before that, obviously, came the Sonic Mega Collection. Now, people that I knew that are around my age had a GameCube, and I played the Sonic Mega Collection of that, but I had the PS2 version of Sonic Mega Collection Plus, and I think that was a great introduction because it introduced me to Sonic 1, Sonic 3, and what else? And the Game Gear titles, like, hell, I didn't even know what a Game Gear was. And it was cool to see Sonic in, like, this more rustic environment. And hell, playing Sonic 3D Blast at the time was amazing, because I didn't realise how many spin-offs of this character there were, which apparently was quite a few in the 90s. I don't know. I think they probably just wanted to cash in on Sonic's popularity, because, again, he was, like, one of the most popular I think he was, like, the most popular video game character of all time at that point. So yeah, we got going with that, and then later on we got Sonic Gems collection, which then introduced me to all sorts of spin-offs like Sonic R and Sonic Fighters. But obviously, I think my favourite one at that point was Sonic CD, because again, it felt like Sonic, it played like Sonic, it wasn't a spin-off, it was like an official title and everything. And again, I couldn't get past, I couldn't get past Collision Chaos at the time, because obviously with all those pinball mechanics, like, I couldn't figure out where I was going and stuff like that. But we again, later on, we managed to get through it, and I enjoyed the game very, very much. At that point, once I got more familiar with Sonic, I went into school, and I hated my primary school. The funny thing is, I kind of work there now, so, I hated my primary school at the time, because I constantly got picked on, I got pushed aside and everything. And, you have a character like Sonic, and you feel a lot more confident, because that's how he made you feel. He made you feel like a confident person. And that's exactly what I took in. As I say, I didn't grow up without, I didn't really grow up with a male role model with me in my house, because obviously, but growing up with my mom it's been great and everything, but obviously, a boy does need a male role model in his life, and the closest thing I got to that was Sonic. So I did learn a lot from Sonic, I won't lie to you. I learned how to, how to not do things, how, if a stranger touches you, that's no good. Obviously I already knew that, but, I just wanted to kind of pull that joke in there. But yeah, like, I learned so much from him, and I learned how to be confident as well. I'll admit, probably wasn't the best idea getting all that from Sonic of all characters, considering he's known for his attitude, and that definitely rubbed off on me quite a bit. I gained this attitude, which not a lot of people, liked, especially my mom. The attitude towards my mom, again, wasn't intentional, but it was there. So yeah, later on, obviously, I got knowing this character a lot more. I got to play more of the game, like Sonic Unleashed. Sonic Wheelie, because Sonic Unleashed is the Xbox version, and Sonic Wheelie is obviously the one for the Wii, which was the first version of that game I got. Sonic Unleashed kind of it's a running joke in our house, because basically I've pretty much, I've had every single version of Sonic Unleashed at some point in my life, which, what was that? Hang on. Yeah, alright. Which, in retrospect, obviously wasn't the best thing, but it happened for multiple reasons. First of all, the Wii game got scratched because I didn't know how to look after my games. And then the PS2 version we bought it was scratched up and everything, so it was like really, obviously I couldn't play that. Then we got the 360, no, was it the 360 version first, or was it the PS3? It could have been the PS3 version. No, was it? Yeah, I do believe it was the PS3 version at the time, because it was cheaper than the Xbox version. Because obviously the PS3 version is like not as good as the 360 version, but it's still an okay version of the game. It's like 06, like, if you know what I mean. Like, 06 was not the best. It was definitely not the version on the PS3 that it was on the 360. Anyways, so we had that, and then obviously I got the PS3 version, then I got my 360, so I sold that to get my 360, and then obviously I lost my 360, I lost that. I sold my 360 at the time, and I rebought it years later, so I had to buy it again, and it's been a roller coaster of emotions. Literally, the amount of Sonic games that I've gotten rid of or rebought have been unreal. It's just crazy to me. But we had that, and I played that and everything. And as I got to high school, or secondary school. If you're British, I prefer the term high school, so sue me. My family was like, oh, don't tell people you like Sonic, don't tell people you like Sonic. Because they knew that I'd get picked on for it. And obviously, me being that kid at the time, I was like, yeah, no, of course I won't. And immediately, to be fair, I screwed myself, because I went in with a Sonic backpack. So, you know, I kind of messed myself over there. But I'm glad I did say that I like Sonic, because that gave me the reputation that I have today. I'm the Sonic guy, which is fine. Like, I used to see it as an insult, but nowadays I take it on the chin. That's a compliment, you know, because I'm, you know, expressing how happy I am for something that I've loved pretty much my entire life. Again, I'm 20. I'd say it's been about 16 years since I started to like Sonic. Around about 16 years, maybe 15. I think it was 15 because I started liking. Yeah, it was 15 because I started liking it when I was 5. But think about it, like, 15 years, man, of liking the same thing. Yes, obviously, there were times where I was like, maybe I grow out of Sonic. But I always came back because a new game would come out, or a new cartoon would come out, or something like that. And to me, if a franchise can do that, that's incredible. But obviously, going into high school, I didn't know how I was supposed to act. Obviously, at the beginning, I had one friend and then a group of friends, which, come to think of it now, wasn't really a group of friends, and I don't care if anybody hears it from there. It was not a group of friends. I got mocked, I got bullied, it was bad. And they used to take the mick out of me saying, oh yeah, Mario's better than this, and they knew it because it used to rile me, because I always used to think, oh yeah, Sonic's superior and everything. Which, obviously, I like Sonic a lot more than I like Mario. So, obviously, as an impressionable kid, I will always think that. And I'll always think that to this day, that, to me, Sonic is superior. Because I grew up with him, and, obviously, I love his gameplay a lot more than I do Mario's. Like, obviously, I can respect that. Mario is, like, you know, he's obviously pretty much the base of gaming. But yeah, you know, because of that, I always used to take that snarky attitude that Sonic had into school, and there are some days it would work. Now, I remember, once my school bully, and I don't care if I name drop here, his name is Sam, I remember that he always tried to, like, you know, punch me or fight me or something in school. Sorry, what's that? For some reason I just got a TikTok notification saying that Millie Bobby Brown has invited you to film What Shared His Life. I was like, no, that's fake. But anyways, I remember once, like, he was trying it, and the thing is, I went into high school a short, fat kid, and because of the whole bullying situation, I got a lot skinnier because I kept starving myself and everything, which isn't healthy, by the way. Don't do it. Don't ever do that. But because of that, I starved myself and everything. But because of the starving, I got skinnier. I got faster, which, in my opinion, was a good trade-off at the time. But now, my eating habits are so screwed, it's really bad. But anyways, he tried that, so I was running away from one of them, and I'd basically taken the, inspiration, I'd taken kind of like a plot point from the Adventures Night of Hedgehog, where, like, in the first episode, Sonic had these bad guys on a zipline, stop in front of a wall, and then literally go left, and they crash into the wall. I took my logic from that, which, thinking about it back then, didn't seem like a good idea, but it paid off very well. Our courtyard obviously had a lot of grass, and when it rained, it got really, really muddy to the point where you would slip on it very, very easily. And I used that to my advantage, I remember. So I kind of hopped and skipped across the grass, and he tried doing the same as well. But he didn't hop and skip, he just full on sprinted across it. It started slipping, and I stood in front of a window. I would move to the left, and he literally just bashed into it. That was the proudest moment of my life. Up until, obviously, various moments. But it was because of Sonic that I kind of thought about that, because, you know, he always had the attitude when I was a kid. He was like, live fast, think fast, act fast. So I took my inspiration from that quote. And again, it paid off really, really well. And yes, again, I still got picked on for liking Sonic, but I didn't care anymore. I think one of the proudest moments that I have of being a Sonic fan was 2011, when Sonic was, he was having his 20th anniversary, and I remember Generations coming out very vividly, because we go to my nan's like every week, and I mean, hell, we still do quite religiously, and like, I mean, hell, we're going today, but I remember, because me and my uncle, like, he's into his games as well and everything, like, he is what got me into games, practically, other than Sonic, because this is pretty much every gamer's origin story. I'd like to think it's always an uncle that gets them into this sort of stuff, and my uncle got me into different games other than Sonic, but obviously he knew how much Sonic meant to me and how much I loved the game. So like every Christmas, if I was to get a Sonic game, it'd always be because of him. Well, after a certain point, obviously. And I remember distinctly, he had Xbox Live, and I remember him inviting me to go upstairs, because basically, yeah, they have like a three-floored house, and I remember him telling me to go up to his room, just like there's something you want to show me. I was like, alright then. So I went upstairs, and he had the demo of a new Sonic game on his Xbox called Sonic Generations, and I remember being so incredibly impressed with it. Like, I was loving this game, because there wasn't only one Sonic anymore, there was both. There was two Sonics, and I guess you could say that was the beginning of the end for some fans, but you know, it was cool for a 20th anniversary game, because like, this was unheard of, like, two characters from different generations of their franchise coming together for one game. It was great. I remember being flabbergasted with modern Sonic's levels and how fast he moved in those games, and how cool it was to play classic Sonic again, but in technically fully 3D-esque levels, because all the levels were 3D and everything. So I remember that as well. It was great. And I remember like eating dinner and everything in front of the TV with my nan, my granddad, my mom, and my uncle, and their dogs, obviously. We were watching, because my uncle was a huge Simpsons fan, and to my surprise, we were sitting there eating and everything, and I almost spit my food out when I found this out. The Simpsons had a sponsorship with Sonic Generations, and the moment those two Sonics came on, and I saw Seaside Hill from Sonic Heroes, and all the Green Hill Zone and everything, it was like, oh my god, what? And I remember getting the game, and it was like the best feeling of my life. I love that game from my heart's content. Yes, the Christmas before Sonic Colors came out, and I played it and I liked it at the time. Nowadays, I mean, hell, give me the original version of Sonic Colors and I might like it, but hell. Have I played Sonic Colors Ultimate? I've played a bit of Sonic Colors Ultimate on my channel. I haven't completed it though. I didn't do a Let's Play video on it, because I genuinely don't like Sonic Colors anymore. Because it's too simple. It's too simple of a Sonic game. And especially what we're getting in a couple of months. Like, we're going from Colors friggin' Ultimate to Frontiers, an open zone game. It's going to be great. Enough about my opinions on that. We can go over that in a different separate video. But again, the game astounded me, and I loved it a lot more than what I did with Sonic Colors, because it felt more, how do I explain this? It felt more Sonic-y than the other games did. Like than what Sonic than what Sonic Colors did and everything, and all that. And I think, again, thanks to that, thanks to that, I'll probably just wasn't working there. Thanks to that, I got more in depth with Sonic. I learned about the history of Sonic, and at that point, that's when I went back and played Sonic Adventure 2, because I already played Sonic Adventure for PC, and I think obviously the Sega Dreamcast collection and stuff like that, which always bugged me, because like Sonic Adventure on the PC was widescreen, like full screen and everything, whereas the one on the Xbox had borders, which again, it really annoyed me and everything. And another time that really excited me about this was when I found out about Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Now, obviously, back then I didn't have Xbox Live, so I couldn't buy digital games or anything, which sucked, because I couldn't play the versions that I really wanted to play. But I remember having, going around my auntie's all the time, and like her daughters, her stepdaughters, they'd always, and I'll never deny this, like, they'd always spoil me rotten. I remember a time when I was sick and everything, and my mum had to go to work and there was nobody to look after me, so one of my auntie's stepdaughters, stepdaughters, one of her stepdaughters said she'd look after me. During that time, obviously, it wasn't a major sickness, it was just like a massive temperature and everything. This was pre-COVID, bear in mind, so, you know, I just want to point that out before anybody goes, oh, you could have had COVID and whatnot. I remember going to stay with, I remember, like, you know, staying with my cousin and everything. You know, I was just calling my cousin for now, because that's what she is. I remember going there, and she'd had a baby recently. Her name was Darcy. She's like, what, 10, 11 now? Oh. I mean, oh, well, yeah, because that's how old Generations is, yeah, because she was born in 2011, I think. I could be wrong. I think. Oh, no. But either way, I remember going to my auntie's, my other auntie's, her wife, like my auntie's wife's, sister's shop, God rest her soul. I think she was a bridal, she did, like, dresses and stuff. And we went there, and then afterwards, my cousin goes, Kyle, you know, you've been good, do you want to go to McDonald's? And I was like, yeah, because at the time, you know, McDonald's didn't disgust me, and stuff like that. I mean, hell, I'll eat it now, but, like, after working there, I just don't want to be anywhere near that place anymore. But anyways, and I remember her asking me, hey, do you want to order? You've been really good. You know, do you want me to get you some Toys R Us? And I was like, Toys R Us was a privilege to go to, because basically my mom doesn't drive, and obviously, as I say, nobody else in my family did apart from my nan and my aunt, basically everybody else but one of my aunties, my uncle, and my mom. And I remember going to Toys R Us was really extremely rare. Like, when my mom's friend would come over, like, we'd go out and everything, and like, we'd go to Toys R Us if we went near there, just so I could have a look at the new Sonic toys and stuff. And I remember when she said that, I was over the moon. I was so excited. And I remember coming back home with, I think it's 4 or 5 inch, I think it was 5 inch. And it was of normal Sonic, because in that line you had the Black Knight Sonic, you had the Colors Sonic, and then you had the Hedgehog Sonic. So it's Black Knight, and also obviously the normal one. And obviously I came back with the normal Sonic, because I already had the Black Knight version, and I think I had the Werehog, which that's a whole different story. I'll go over my merch stories another day, but that is just something else. The Werehog was just, oh, it was a pain. Oh crap, I remember. Hang on, there we go. And I remember coming back with that and a Sonic Generations poster, which I still have to this day. But I think it is one of my favourite big posters because it was huge. And obviously, again, there are so many fond memories of Sonic that I have, which obviously I'm not going to be able to get through in one video. I mean, hell, this has already been half an hour long. But thanks to Sonic, again, I've taken a lot from Sonic. And I think liking Sonic has, made me into the person of caring for everybody else. Always putting others before myself. Which, in some ways, is good quality, in some ways it's bad. It's like the yin-yang sort of thing. Like, it's good, but bad at the same time. But, I also learned, that, you should never really, live life constantly indoors. Even though on YouTube it constantly seems like I'm indoors. That, it was always like, go explore, live life to the fullest, and, never be selfish. That is one that I always took in high regard. Never, never be selfish. And again, there are a lot of people that I've met due to Sonic itself, and I can't thank the franchise enough for everything that it's done for me as a person. Because again, it's made me into the person I am today. Hell, I started a YouTube channel because of Sonic. I started an Instagram because of Sonic. I started drawing because of Sonic, and hell, that got me to doing TikTok, which again blew up exponentially in the last couple of months. And there are so many people that I've met that I cannot thank the creators of Sonic enough for, because again, if it wasn't for Sonic, I wouldn't be doing this. I could be in a gang or something. That's the one thing my mom's always thankful. Thank you. She's always thanked me for liking Sonic because, I've never gotten in trouble. I've never been in gangs. Never done drugs or anything like that. So yeah, Sonic's made me the person I am today, which is a good person, I think. I'm going to have to double check on that one. But, again, this franchise has allowed me to come out my shell. It's allowed me to meet new people. For example, Amy Rose 65 on Instagram. Chloe on my streams. Again, we've been getting close, and that's thanks to my TikToks that we met. And again, I can't thank anybody enough for that. So I've met some amazing people that I'm glad to know. How is this working? How the heck is that working? Anyway. And, there are times where, hell, I've never ever said, oh yes. Well, actually, of course I have. As a kid, I always said, like, oh, things were bad and stuff. And then I learned to kind of appreciate what it did well, rather than what it didn't do well. And again, I think that's what a lot of Sonic fans need to kind of focus on, like, the best parts of the franchise, not constantly the worst. Forces wasn't great, but you know what? It happened, and I'm glad it did happen, because now Takashi Iizuka has learned from his mistake, and if Forces didn't happen, and the criticism didn't happen, I don't think we would have gotten Frontiers. And that game looks incredible. Like, genuinely, it looks like it's going to be one of the best Sonic games of all time, if not the best Sonic game of all time. But yes, again, this franchise isn't stopping anytime soon, and I cannot be happier with it. There's a lot going on in the franchise. We're getting a TV show, we've got a movie, we've gotten 2 movies, getting a 3rd one soon, in a couple of years. We've got new games coming out, we've got new merch coming out, we've got all these sorts of things coming out, and that's why I don't think I'll ever stop liking Sonic, because everybody asks, do you ever think you'll get over Sonic? And I was like, no. Why would I want it? There are new games coming out for this franchise. It used to be every year. But now it's every 5 years, which is okay in my book. If we're going to get good quality Sonic games, and all it's going to take is a bit of waiting, then sign me up. I'd rather get good quality games than a game every single year. Maybe do like a spin-off in between, like they used to do in the 90s. Like, I don't know, like a new advanced game if you want. That's going too far. But, you know, this franchise has been with me pretty much my entire life. It's helped me through tough times, it's helped me through great times, and again, it's been the reason for great times as well. And I can't thank this franchise enough for everything it's done, for all the people that I've met, for all the opportunities that I've gotten, for everything. Hell, I draw because of this franchise. I made music because of this franchise. Hell, I wanted to make fan games like this franchise. Like because of this franchise. I wanted to make fan games because of Sonic. And yes, I haven't done that yet, because obviously, well, I don't have but it's led me to streaming, it's led me to more confident places, and that's my retrospective of this franchise. It's a great franchise. Even though it has its low points, which all franchises do, I don't think I'd be the person I am today if I didn't like Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'm grateful for that, because I'm moderately happy with the person I am today. So yeah, here's to the next 30 years of Sonic, eh? Well, hang on, what was the 19 when it came out? I'll be 49, nearly 50 when it turns 60. Jesus Christ. I don't want to think about that. I'm just going to live in the present. But yes, I guess that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you're a huge favourite, and don't forget to spin that like on down below so you get be updated with my future content. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, guys.